This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. Your local electric cooperative is looking out for you. And by Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services.
We are back, everybody, and just moments away from our national anthem, which will be played by the Pine River Marching Band. Obviously, I was wrong. That was the Pine River High School choir under the direction of Miss Jessica Gardner. Great job by the choir. We had the band out on the field a few moments ago as they played the Pine River fight song. Tonight's game did start with a short moment of silence for a Pine River student that passed away this morning. The school would like to let everybody know it was a very difficult decision whether to continue to have a parade and all the homecoming festivities. But what better place to be here, and who better to be with than the Pine River community. So the celebration feels much different tonight, but we define who we are together. And that statement is from Superintendent Matt Lukshitis here at Pine River Schools. So that moment of silence was for 11th grader Odin Perez. Well, Mike, it's always a tough way to start a day here at school as Odin passed away this morning. Hard for the team to focus, certainly, and I think Mr. Lukshitis is right. It's kind of a nice way, I guess, for the community to come together on such a tough occasion.
I think it's a very sad situation, Dan. Something that shines a little perspective on what we're doing here tonight as well for both teams. For the home Bucks, but also for the visiting Rangers coming down from Manton. I mean, heavy hearts for both sides. Just a lot of respect for each other. So hopefully we have a good ball game tonight.
And then you got to turn it on because it is ball game time, and a lot of big things online for both programs and their teams. The Bucks here tonight, coached by Mr. Terry Martin. Terry has been down here for a handful of years now. Terry actually was a former student of mine. I taught him way back when he was in 6th grade. They had a tough season down here last year for the Bucks, but this year things are going solid. 2 years ago under Terry's direction, they were a playoff team. We'll get you some of the assistant coaches here in a little bit, and we'll get you some of the Manton coaches. Looks like the Rangers are back to receive, Mike.
Looks like number 11, Trevor Solani, and number 22, Nick Dunham, are back deep for the Rangers as the Bucks are going to kick off here in the first half.
All right. So, kicking off for the Bucks is number 55, and that is Austin Silva. He's a senior.
What's number 15?
Yeah, he's got a big hole. Nice cut there, too.
I'm going to apologize in advance, Dan. My aging eyes make it difficult
15, that is
Isaac
Radin. Yeah, and he was tackled right in there by number 36, Thomas Hooker, for the Bucks. Manton will take over at the 40-yard line, almost directly in front of you and me, Mike. Rangers go with 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 to our side, and they're going to look to throw right away.
Looks over the middle and pass intended for Radin, broken up.
Radin's pass is incomplete.
Looks like Helsel rolling out to the right there, number 15, Isaac Radin.
I think Elijah Lewis got his hand in on that pass, deflected it away.
Just a nice little drag route across the middle, trying to roll the quarterback out. So we talked about Manton might and run some I formation to keep it tight, and they come out here spread, looking to throw the ball around.
Getting the plays from the sideline. Manton does not huddle. Same formation here.
2nd and 10.
A little motion this time.
In the shotgun. Vaughn takes a snap.
And that's a give up the middle.
It out right, tried to get off right tackle. And he crosses the 40 up to the 41. And it would be a pickup of a couple
Number 22 down on the carry, Nick Dunham.
Nick Dunham, and he was tackled by 11th grader, number 40, Sasha Huffman. That's going to bring up a long 3rd and 8 early here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Manton staying here. Twins both sides, running back in the backfield, still shotgun.
It's a little high and incomplete, and there is a flag on that. We'll have to see what this call is. Kind of a late flag.
Yeah, looking right in the area of pass interference, Dan.
I'm thinking that's probably what the call is. They are discussing it right now. We'll see what the signal is.
We'll see what the call is.
And it's a hold. Defensive holding against the Bucks.
That's going to move the chains. I tell you, it's going to be. I think it's really difficult tonight. Looking at the throwing game for both teams, Dan. The ball's going to be slippery.
Certainly, I think as the night goes on, I think you see that more and more the case. You can keep the football dry all you want, maybe before game, but it's a lot harder. Manton gets first down at the 50, 49-yard line of Pine River here.
We are spread offense once again.
Draw.
That's the Dunham. That's the Dunham again.
Looks like Brock 22. Nelson, number 5, with the tackle right there for the Bucks. Maybe 3-yard gain on that. Manton kind of switched that up as they brought the 3 split receivers to our side of the field on that possession, and also on the 3rd down play with the penalty. Now they go back. That hand up the middle.
About 5 yards. About a couple yards there for Dunham.
Yeah, looks like 56 on that tackle.
Pine River playing a 4-man front, but they're really out here jamming these receivers, especially down here on the number 5 here on the low end, with some zone coverage over top.
Junior Creed Watson, number 56 on that tackle for the Bucks, and that brings up 3rd and 5. Quick throw.
He's got Connor McGrew out there, but through his hands, incomplete.
Connor McGrew was the intended receiver, number 7 out there. Connor's parents are Dan and Deb McGrew of Manton. Dan McGrew, a CMU friend of mine. I've known the McGrew family and the boys, Connor and Caden, for a long, long time. Looks like the Rangers are going to punt here. Grover is punting. Good snap. Not a bad punt at all, Mike.
At the 22-yard line, and Pimer simply downs it.
Oh. Looks like that's Brock Nelson. Nope, Tanner Schimmel, number 24 there. Yeah, that was Tanner Schimmel. He just kind of downed it as he grabbed it. In high school football, once your knee's down, the play's over. Bucks will take over at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that first possession by the Rangers, 3 passes, 3 runs, really besides the penalty. They picked up 8 yards. That penalty gave them the first down. So Pine River looked pretty good on defense.
So we get our first look at the Pine River offense here. They also go shotgun with quarterback Lane Rupert. They hand it off right away to Elijah Lewis, but nothing going for Elijah.
Nice play by number 77 for the Rangers, Jake Renfer. It's like left tackle. Came up, made a nice play, got off the block. Loss of 1, Dan, on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Mike, we were talking hard throwing kind of game, but both teams going shotgun. That's not easy snap to make either as the game goes on. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Little motion here for the Bucks as Huffman goes in motion. Pitch to him. Oh, That's the
tackle was made by number 4, Lane Hessel. I think that was 26, Dan.
Yeah, I think that was Brian Fauble on that carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Pine River's first possession of the game. They've got the ball out to just their 25. Split way over to our side is Marcus Jurek. Bucks, I think, got him off sides there. Yeah, Marcus split to our side, number 81. I've known Marcus for a long time too, Mike. He likes to show off in the gym for me. He's got pretty good ups. He likes to rattle that rim because he knows I can't anymore.
And now, both teams in their first possession have been the benefactor of penalties by the defense to move the chains at least once. It could be a battle of field position tonight with the weather. Keeping the ball on the other end of the field.
It's amazing how much football's changed in the last 10 years as you see both teams out here not huddling. It's a long throw right there from Nelson that is just off the hands. Can't see who that was on that side. Mike, could you get that? I think that's headed for number 2, Luke Hill.
Most of the passes so far that we've seen have been, pretty accurate.
Well, actually,
a little high
yep.
Off the hands of most receivers so far. I'm not sure if the throwing is going to be difficult, but the catching seems to be so far.
That's a good throw.
That was a great throw. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. Ball's in the 30. They have a holding call, you think, Dan?
We must have. I didn't see a flag down on that. And I was bad on that. That was quarterback Luke Hill's pass. I think he was looking to try and hit. Takes another shotgun snap.
We got a ball on the ground.
I don't know if we had a fumble there. It looks like Manton looks... I don't know what we got there, Mike. Saying 2nd down. 2nd and 15, maybe 16 here for the Bucks. They're going backwards.
2nd and 20. But Manton's getting really good defensive pressure from the front 5 here.
We want to let... Go ahead, Mike.
Just getting in the backfield, causing a lot of problems on the first play that they're looking at. Either it's going to be a dive or a veer, but they're really getting off the blocks and getting in the backfield.
So Hill's behind center again in the shotgun formation. Trips to our side. Quick throw. And it just about intercepted, deflected into the hands.
Number 26.
26, yeah. Brian Fauble.
Wow.
That was
very
close to going 6 the other way.
Sure was.
Folks, everybody, tonight our game is being presented. Our presenting sponsor is Munson Healthcare, Cadillac Hospital, Wolverine Power Cooperative, and Great Lakes Energy. Sponsoring also tonight, we have Fox Motor at Cadillac, Cadillac Tire, LC Materials, Hoagland Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Mr. Pibb's Restaurant, a Four Seasons family restaurant. As we look at Hill's next throw. And it's another deflected passing caught. Back-to-back plays. And that is brought in by number 9, Lane Rupert.
The pass was thrown by number 2, Luke Hill.
Yeah, Luke Hill with a great throw. Manton, once again, just right in the right spot to make a play, unable to do it. Our final 2 sponsors, everybody. We do have Leroy Tool and Die and Pizza Plus of Cadillac.
You're right, Dennis. The second ball, consecutive plays where it's been tipped and pulled in by the Bucks. First down, big play.
So the Bucks have kind of flipped the field as Manton was able to just get into Pine River territory on their first possession. The Bucks have just now creeped into Manton territory on theirs.
Hill takes it and hands off to Elijah Lewis.
Elijah Lewis with a nice shifty move right there. Finally brought down by number 2, Jacob Warr.
He's going to pick up almost 5 yards on that, Dan, around the left end.
Don't see anybody looking like they're slipping yet. This is a new field down here at Pine River Schools. We had a lot of renovation down here about a year ago. Football field was taken out completely this past spring. Field was lowered and sodded over the course of the summer, and looks pretty good right now.
Except for the sidelines on the side.
Yeah, the sidelines are a little beat up, especially here on the Pine River side. A lot of mud in front of the players there.
Oh, good run by number 6.
That's Sasha Huffman, and he just was a load. I think he got about 14, 15 yards on that one, Mike.
Is it number 8? Is that?
He was met in the hole
5.
by a Manton lineman, and he kind of ran over that player. Didn't get a number on it.
That's number 5. That's who that was carrying the ball. Brock Nelson.
Was that Brock?
Yes. Great run. If he hadn't run into his own blocker, he may have been off to the races. Going to come back to it again.
Right back to
there
him.
he goes. Oh. Number 9 trying to strip the ball.
Strip the ball from him.
Jacob Hahn.
We got flags going like crazy at the end of that play.
Another wonderful run. I thought he was going to cut outside.
From up here, it looked like that was the cut to make. It's hard to tell down on the field, isn't it?
I do believe that could be, him in the open if he makes that cut while that defensive back is standing still. It's going to be tough to cut and catch him.
So right now, it's 1st and 10 at the 14, 15-yard line. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is here. Officials are discussing that. While they're doing that, our show tonight being brought to you here on 26 Sports and CCTV. We got Wyatt Van Dynen directing progress here in the truck, and doing some replay graphics with him is Adam Rodriguez. On cameras, we got down on the field running camera number 3 is a Pine River student, and that's Caden Darrow. We've got a couple of cameras being operated in the crowd here, and that's Tanzen Howard and Eric Dunlop. And I'm Dan Guston, and up here with me in the booth is Mike McLaurin. What was the penalty, Mike? Did you catch it?
Offsetting personal fouls, Dan.
Okay.
And so the play is going to stand 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Bucks. Boy, finding some room in the middle right now.
Pine River in business. No score. 5:15 left to go first quarter. In Pine River.
I think the big play threat of Elijah Lewis kind of opens up the middle a lot for the Bucks.
Sure.
Nelson came just off.
A gain of 2, maybe 3 for
Looks
the Bucks.
like number 55 right there. That's Gavin Summers. He's a senior for the Ranger team with that tackle after a 2-yard gain.
They're pretty content to stay with Nelson on the ground.
Yeah, that's three consecutive runs.
It just appears that Pine River's just base blocking up front, put a hat on a hat and just try to own the guy in front of you a little bit.
In motion comes Lewis. He'll take it.
And once again, 55 again for Manton, right, Dan?
Yep.
It's Gavin Summers again, just getting off a block and getting in the backfield.
Might have an injury down. No, I think he's just a little slow getting up. Maybe an ankle injury. Looks like he's able to walk it off, and that's number 11, Trevor Solani for Manton.
Look at 3rd and 8 here. Ball on the left hash. We'll see what Pine River decides to do if they're going to try to stick with Nelson.
Bucks have been running behind Trenton Holmes. He's centering right there, and Brian McCurry, number 50, just to his left the last 4 plays. And we'll get you number 79, Ethan Crisp, out there on that side,
They
too.
stay with him again.
And they went right behind him again.
Like they're about a yard short. Maybe 4th and 1, it looks like, Dan. You're looking at a team like this, they go trips right, motion, and really just stick to the basics again, but change the formation.
That's a big play early in the game here. That's a long 1 yard, it looks like, by the mark on the chain on the far side of the field.
And this drive started back on their own 20. And they had the offsides that gave them the initial first down in that long
We
tip
got a
ball.
timeout by Manton on this. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on out there tonight, everybody. Give me a minute to find this piece of paper, and I'll let you know where our other truck is out there tonight. We are down here at Pine River High School, but we've got a crew up in Lake City here tonight as Everett plays Lake City. This game that you're watching right now, if you're watching it tonight, it is going to be a rebroadcast at 4 o'clock on October 6th. So tomorrow at 4 p.m., that game will be rebroadcast if you weren't able to get down here tonight to catch the game.
You say, Dan, the Everett Lake City game will also be broadcast. Is that right?
That's our other game tonight, Everett Lake City.
Everett's 1-5.
Lake City's going to be Highland Conference champs for the second straight year.
Traveling to Lake City 6-0. Just to talk about that a little bit, Lake City 6-0, hosting Everett tonight. They'll play on the road against Kent City, and then they're home against Stanford Meridian to round out their season. So here we go, 4th and 1 for the Bucks.
Hill once again in the shotgun, one setback. Takes a snap.
Oh my gosh, number 5.
Yeah, that is blown. That's number 5 or 6 was that? Trent Grover, I think that's number 6.
Junior.
That'll stop them right there.
Sure. Ball turned over on downs. And we're going to go 1st and 10 the other way. See if that becomes a big play in this game and turn some momentum back to the Rangers. Or see if Pine River can keep the ball right down here.
They look to throw right away. A lot of pressure, fumbles it himself.
It's going to be a safety, Dan.
Safety for the Bucks.
Oh, did he recover? Oh, they called a safety.
Yeah, it's still a safety. Help.
Like 54 came up with it at the end, but
Helsel just dropped the ball,
Sure.
looking to find a receiver. Fortunately for him, he was able to jump right on top of it, and that'll be a safety.
3 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bucks are on the board first, 2-0.
We've got a player profile here for the Bucks, and that would be Elijah Lewis. Elijah's mom's name is Dawn Davis, and dad is Ivory Lewis. Elijah has 10 other siblings, and their names are Dominic, Trinity, Ava, Isabel, Xander, Amaya, Elena, Tiana, Evaya, and the newest born one, Christian. In addition to playing football, Elijah loves to play basketball and is pretty solid on the track. His hobbies are lifting weights, watching film, loves to play video games. And in his free time, which he doesn't get much with, 10 siblings around the house, he tries to get to sleep when he can. His favorite athlete is Barry Sanders of the Detroit Lions long ago. And his future plans, he hopefully will continue his football career somewhere. And he wants to study to be a traveling RN. Congratulations, Elijah Lewis, on being selected as a player profile here tonight on 26 Sports and CCTV.
Right after the safety, Dan, Trent Grover for the Rangers is going to kick off. Already a good return, breaking some tackles. And, wow, right back in good field position down to the 32-yard line.
Down to the 32-yard line before the Rangers can bring him down.
That was number 5 for the Bucks on that return.
Again,
Holy moly, Brock Nelson with some good hard running.
Kid's toting the mail tonight for sure.
We've got a few more player profiles. We'll try to get one in each quarter for you folks.
So just before we the profile there, Dan, we talked about big play by the Rangers, maybe turn some momentum, and then next play.
The very next play.
Ball on the ground in the end zone.
Slippery ball, yep.
Here comes Pine River again.
Kind of the first time we've seen that tonight. We thought we'd see it a little more often, that football being a little slippery. Hill in the shotgun. We got a little motion. Hands it off.
Oh, nice.
Keeps it.
Oh, he
That's
did.
that read option. How about that?
What a great fake. I really thought he gave it down to 26 to Brian Fauble, and then thought I had a good block on the outside too. I thought he was going to turn the corner and look up, and the quarterback's going the other way.
So a big gain right there for Luke Hill. He's looking the defense over as he's got that football, deciding whether to hand it off or not, and at the last second he keeps it and made the right choice there.
1st and 10 on the 17.
To the motion man, and
Bucks are set up with 2 receivers split to the far side and motion going one of more to that side. Hill keeps it again.
Take 2 handoffs,
Well,
and he's down near the 10-yard
Wow,
line.
just outside the 10-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 from maybe the 11.
I'm kind of wondering if those are his reads on that, or if those are called, as the Bucks had run consecutive plays to
To Brock Nelson.
Sure. On the last possession over and over again, and then come back with 2 fakes to him and he'll keepers.
Sure. A lot of teams have gone to that, what they call the RPO, that run pass option. But, a lot of times at this level, coaches will go ahead and make that a designed call to take out some of that indecisiveness. We got a reverse.
Good cut right there. Elijah Lewis is going to be into the end zone. How about the lead block on that side, Mike? We'll have to get a number on that. I think that was 81 for the Bucks right there, which is Marcus Jurek.
Nice job by Elijah tucking that ball away too, Dan, reading that first block and getting down the sideline. Hey, what a great time after that player profile.
Yeah,
read that off and the kid gets in the end zone. Pretty special night for him.
So that'll make it 8-0, and the Bucks are going to look to toe the extra point here. 26 right there is Brian Favre. He's going to hold this, setting the kick.
Snap is good. Kick is up in the air.
And it is signaled good. And that was right through the uprights by number 85, which is Omar Aguilar. He's just a freshman here at Pine River.
Left footer.
9-0 Pine River, 1:49 to go here. Still in the first quarter. So, folks at home, if you're interested in ordering any DVDs of tonight's game or of any of the games that we've covered or will be covering yet this year on 26 Sports and CCTV, you can get that by going to cctv-cadillac.org, or you can go to mynews26.com. If you got a kid on the team, or somebody that grandparent that's not here, or for Elijah there who just got that touchdown, his player profile night makes a good Christmas stocking stuffer, or for our seniors out there on both teams, kind of a nice little thing that they can watch with their kids maybe 10-15 years down the road. The cost of those kind of just offsets the cost of some of the equipment that we have here. We're kind of a student-run organization. We got a lot of students from the Career Tech Center up in Cadillac, the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center that is, that do a lot of the camera work and things behind the scenes for us. So we appreciate any business with that. Bucks are set to kick. Here we go, 1:49 to go. They're up 9-0. A short kick this time.
Oh, nice kick by Aguilar. Oh, it just took us out of bounds.
Just went out of bounds, and that is signaled as a penalty. Lane Rupert was not shy about, Elijah Lewis was not shy about getting his jersey muddy right there, was he?
He has a great kick. I mean, he just spun out of bounds. And I think they get the ball, is it at the 35?
35, yeah.
So, I mean, he kicked it
or
out
they
to
can
33.
make him kick again.
And
you get the choice, I think. And that ball rolled out of bounds right into
33.
the mud, and Elijah went after it. We'll see what they decide to do here.
Yeah, Dan, you mentioned those CD box sets for these kids. What a great program it is having these games broadcast. I sit down during the week several nights and catch up on games I was unable to attend, whether it's volleyball season right now or football season. It's just fun to kind of keep an eye on what other schools are doing.
Yeah, and certainly in the fall here we've covering 2 football games every Friday night all season long, a total of 18 games, but we're also covering 3 Cadillac varsity girls volleyball games, and winter sports season not too far down the road. We cover boys and girls basketball, and we also cover Cadillac high school hockey.
Well, it
looks like they're going to ask them to kick
it
again.
over.
So we'll see what the Bucks try to do this time. I think that was kind of a design setup right there to try to get Elijah in position to make that recovery. Omar Aguilar seemed to kick it a lot further. The first opening kickoff of the game, I would say, Mike. We'll see what he decides to do this time.
I think it's a great idea to keep the ball on the ground and keep the return from happening.
Yeah, you keep that away from the skill and the speed back here of that Manton backfield there.
Sure, two of their fastest guys are right there in the back, right?
Absolutely.
So they wouldn't put the ball in their hands either. That's a 5-yard penalty. And
back for Manton is number 15, Isaac Radin.
Very similar.
This is not going to get to him. That's going to go to 5.
At the 40.
Cole
And went to his left to crossfield and then cut it up. Short game.
Rigneris.
Cole Regneris.
Yeah, he's an 11th grader, number 5. I think that was him with that.
Looking at 1st and 10 at the 43 for the Rangers. Minute 14 to play.
Manton
First
just
quarter.
needs to kind of take a little breath here. They looked pretty solid on their first possession. Had an unfortunate break on that second one back in their own end zone for the safety for the Bucks. But they've looked pretty good on offense.
Nelson in the shotgun. Handoff right up the middle.
Little handoff up the middle.
To Jacob Hahn.
Hahn gets about maybe 3 yards on that, Mike, maybe 4.
Shoestring tackle there by number 50, Brian McCurry, just getting a hand on him there.
Lane
50 or
Helsel
56.
back in the shotgun area. Looking over at the bench, trying to get the play right here. Alongside of him is number 9, Jacob Hahn in the backfield. We got motion this time. It's the read option that we just saw Pine River run a minute ago. Helsel might want to be on the Manton track team as he hurdles over a buck right there. He's going to get like 4 yards on that.
Like Josh Allen for the Bills a couple of weeks ago.
So big third down play facing the Rangers.
Very athletic move on his part. 3rd and 3 here as they are almost to midfield.
If they run the ball here, it'll be the last play of the quarter. Unless we have a penalty ball.
Bad
on the ground.
snap.
And once again,
Bad snap. So I think what we've seen here for Manton is 2 kind of slippery ball kinds of things here. One, the drop in the end zone, and certainly on that snap. And that'll run us down to the end of the first quarter. You are watching high school football here on 26 Sports and CCTV, and we will be right back with second quarter action, everybody.